Hello, welcome to Beacon of Truth Tarot. My name is Laurel. This is going to be a general reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or anybody who has Cancer strongly in their chart. I'm still doing my personal reading giveaway, so if you're interested in entering to win a free 50-minute personal reading from me, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel and leave a comment below. Okay. Today I'm going to be using the Tarot of the Spirit by Pamela and Joyce Eakins, in case you're interested in finding the deck. Otherwise, what do we have for Cancer? Okay, Cancer. Starting out, you have the Hermit in reverse. Three of Water, Stream of Love, and Six of Fire, Glory. Well, that looks positive. This tells me that the situation you're dealing with, you're looking to be successful over a reunion, possibly. Some type of finding your village. With the Hermit in reverse, it feels more like that. You are setting out to find your village. Because the Hermit, upright, this is the Guru on the mountain. In reverse, he's leaving the mountain. He's not the Guru on the mountain. The Three of Water very often to me speaks to finding your village. It's several people, it's your tribe. And Six of Fire, success. So you are setting out to find your village. Okay, so in your world you have Father Fire and Nine of Fire, Eye of Fire. You have been actively pursuing this for a long time and you haven't had a whole lot of success. You've learned a lot along the way, but you're tired. This Eye of Fire though, the Nine of Fire, this isn't exactly the same as the Nine of Fire in the Rider-Waite deck or typical tarot decks. This speaks much more to a type of mastery, which is signified a little bit by the Hermit. The Hermit is card number 9 of the Major Arcana. And your control in this situation is that you have a lot of experience. You've gained a lot of wisdom. With the Hermit in reverse as well, and then combined with this Father Fire is certain of who he is. Like you've weathered the storm, and it's through that weathering, through the experience gained of you going out and getting it, but you've gained a lot of experience, and that is your control and power in this situation. The other that you're dealing with, or else your immediate environment, Three of Earth Works in reverse. This mirrors very much to me this Three of Water, Stream of Love. Could be that you didn't find what you were looking for in normal society or in your job. Like this is a collaboration, usually some kind of a work collaboration. It's in reverse. And the Hanged Man. Ooh. Oh, that's so interesting. Okay. To me in the tarot, the 9 and the 12 mirror each other. Right? You're not going to see it too much in this deck, but in the typical Rider-Waite deck, the Hermit is an old man standing upright, holding a lantern with light in it outside of himself. The Hanged Man in the Rider-Waite deck is a young man hanging upside down and the light is emanating from himself. These two cards mirror each other. The Hanged Man is more of an applicable life experience epiphany, whereas the Hermit is learned knowledge. So I think that because that you've gotten everything you need to know out of this work collaboration. Like there's this expertise that you've gone after. It hasn't been fun. It's been really, really difficult, but you have gained it. And I think you got it from your career or something like that. But there is an epiphany here going on. And this is in your immediate environment. I don't think that this reading is talking about another person. I think this is all about you and your environment around you, simply because we don't have another person showing up in this spread yet. And there's been 2 opportunities for that, much less what's been going on in you. There's only you. This is in the Father of Fire is in the position of you, who you actually are. So what you've done with this now, you've got 4 of Fire, Flame of Spirit in reverse, Brother Water, and Brother Fire in reverse. With the Hanged Man here, this is a water card. A lot of people think it's Pisces. I don't know how much I subscribe to that, but the Hanged Man is typically considered a water element. And then you've got Brother Water. This Brother Fire in reverse here, this is in your current position. And it feels like a reiteration of this Father Fire. Like going out and conquering the world has left you exhausted. You've learned a lot. You've fought the good fight, but you're exhausted. With Brother Fire in reverse in your current position, this is where you are right now. It's in reverse. Brother Water is upright, however, and this is in your interior confidence and strength. I feel like what you've learned from the world, Cancer, is this go-get-em, fiery, passionate nature. You're taking a step back from that because you've learned, you've had an epiphany and understanding that this collaboration in Pentacles is not that fulfilling, which is why you're looking for your collaboration in your village. It's an emotional fulfillment you're looking for. You've learned a lot about the importance of being heart-centered. Over here, Flame of Spirit, the 4 of Fire, this is the 4 of Wands. It does speak to having a solid foundation upon which to move forward in the world from. Okay? You have it in reverse in your position of will. This tells me with Brother Fire and Flame of Spirit in reverse, you're not going to do things the normal way. This whole actively going after something in your world, actively pursuing goals and pursuing. Like fire is a very masculine energy. It begins in the major arcana with the magician. That's straight up force, masculine energy. Now every human being actually is masculine energy, and then we uncover the feminine energy. I mean, we both have a balance of it, but consciousness is masculine energy. Subconsciousness is feminine energy. I feel like you've decided that moving through the world in such an aggressive, I'm going to make it happen way is not doing it for you. You're laying that down. This Flame of Spirit is in your position of will in reverse. You don't want to do it that way anymore. I really think that you're feeling, and this makes sense because you're Cancer, you're feeling much more comfortable just being Brother Water. A heart-based love. This reminds me of when I was in 8th grade moving into 9th grade. I moved from a very tiny school that I had gone to forever with the same 20 kids in the same class for my entire school years to a big high school. And I had done really, really well academically in that little school, but I didn't have any friends. And I decided when I went to high school, I didn't want to do that anymore. I wanted to have friends. I didn't care about the academia anymore. Whether that was a good or a bad decision doesn't matter. My point here is that you're deciding something like that. You want love. And if that is at the cost of this other way of moving forward in the world, so be it. Okay. Awesome. You're becoming heart-centered. You want to move through the world in a heart-centered way, Cancer. Your greater environment has the 6 of Water, Faith in reverse. And Strength in reverse. Well, that's interesting. You're doing something different from the status quo, Cancer. And the environment around you is telling you it won't work. You can't survive just based on love. They're telling you you're being weak. They're telling you you're not. This may not be any particular person. This may just be the status quo, the norms around you. This reminds me of me starting a tarot channel. You know, I'm good at this. This is something I love to do. And I trust that the money will follow because I'm doing my heart's soul work, right? The environment around you is telling you you'll never make it. There's not a lot of support in the environment around you. You may be a way shower and the first one in your family to stop doing it the way they told you and to go into your heart center. It does look here like you're a way shower. Like the people around, there's not a lot of support, or at least maybe this is why you're doing it, because the environment around you is weak and it's unfulfilling. It's not heart-based, it's not spirit-based, and it doesn't make you strong. So you're going to try something else. Your new perspective, Cancer, will be the Magician. Oh gosh, that's so perfect there. This is what I was talking. Wow. Oh, this is like you were discovering the actual true way to manifest. The Magician, the Magus. This is a fire sign generally, but this is exactly what I was talking about. This is masculine energy and force. But what we've been taught as a whole is that you got to go work hard, be fiery, set goals, stay on the hamster wheel, like fill in the blank. And your new perspective is that this being this heart-based, sorry for shaking the camera, this heart-based being is actually more able to manifest than this father fire being. Because this is alchemy. He's the alchemist. He knows how to transmute things. He's quantum. Let's just say that. He manifests things in a quantum way instead of a linear way. Father Fire, on the other hand, is moving linearly through the world. The Magus knows that by being heart-based, manifestation happens easier. Oh, that's so beautiful. Okay, so Spark of Change is going to begin for you. Karma in reverse. Ooh. Two things came to me. For one, this is the Justice card, okay? But in this deck, it's called Karma. And two things. One, it may be that you've cleared your karma. It's in reverse. Karma is not an issue for you anymore. The other thing is that really, karma, as opposed to judgment, karma is number 11, judgment card is number 20. They both add up to 2s, okay? But karma is balancing on the linear plane, whereas judgment is more of a balancing on the quantum plane, higher plane. You have it in reverse. Change is going to begin when you let go of linear thinking, when you let go of your belief in cause and effect, linearity, something like that. What you're doing here with the Magician is quantum. It's not linear. Love is actually quantum. When you send out, when you give, you get 3 times as much back. Because if you're giving from a compassionate, love-based place, the universe multiplies it times 3 and sends it back to you. That's not linear. That's quantum. 1 + 1 = 3. Okay, your best course of action then, Cancer? Sister Earth in reverse. Sister Earth upright. This is the Page of Pentacles. She's the first initiate into the Earth realm castle. But oftentimes the Page of Pentacles is an offering of something, so giving something earthly. In reverse, as your best course of action, stop offering on the earth plane. Maybe the work you need to do is in a higher realm. Maybe the manifestation that you're, and the alchemy transmutation you're doing, it's not about physical workings. That's interesting. What you're going to struggle with, Cancer? Nine of Wind, the screen in reverse. Now the screen to me in this deck, this speaks of denial. It speaks of things hidden. In reverse, it often speaks to me of the veils, which would make sense because if we're talking on a quantum level instead of a linear earth-based level, what you're going to struggle with is the veils. Seeing past the veils. Trusting in something higher. No, that's not it. Seeing past the veils. I think, Cancer, you are a light worker or somebody doing something on a plane that is not physical. And this falls on top of the Hanged Man. It falls on top of the epiphany that you had about the earth plane. I think you're being called to do something higher. Maybe that's why you've stopped doing this earth realm stuff. And you want to find your village of spiritual warriors. Something like that, maybe. What needs to fall away? Death in reverse. Okay, what came to me immediately when I pulled that was what needs to fall away is trying to transform things, trying to make it happen. Okay, so trying to get something to completely transform is a little bit like forcing yourself to surrender. There's an oxymoron there, a contradiction in terms. You can't force surrender. Surrender is the act of surrendering. There's no force included. And what needs to fall away is death in reverse. There's something like you want to make the transformation happen. But the deal is with death, you're not in charge of that. The transformation comes by you being still. Oh, that's really interesting. You can't force this transformation, Cancer. It's a little like the Wheel of Fortune. It's on God's time. Another interpretation could be what needs to fall away is your belief that you're unlucky or that you can't have it or that you can't transform this. But really implicit in the Death card is powerlessness. There is something that is of the higher realms making this happen. I think it also feels like get rid of your expectations. Go into this with no expectations. Okay, the direction you need to head, Cancer. 5 of Wind, fear. Ooh, face your fears, but it's in reverse. This is the 5 of Swords normally, but in this deck it represents straight up fear. Ooh, in reverse, move through your fear. There's nothing to fear. I feel like there's nothing to fear. Like, move forward through the fear because there isn't actually anything there. That feels more right. The direction you need to head is towards this thing that gives you a little bit of nervousness, little anxiety at least. What you're not seeing. 3 of fire, birth of light. Holy cow, I got the 3 of water, the 3 of earth, and the 3 of fire. Oh, I love that so much. This kind of goes with this 13, the death card in reverse that's on top of the 3 of earth in reverse. This reminds me of what I said, that when you put something out there that is genuine, heart-based, compassion, in service, the universe will make it happen. It will multiply it and send it back to you threefold. The interesting thing about this birth of light, though, is that this looks like, it feels like a seed sprout. It feels like what's happening under the earth, what's happening behind the veils, which is what you're going to struggle with, that you don't see anything happening. You're having a hard time, especially with this Six of Water faith in reverse. You're having a hard time believing and holding the belief. Because there is actual something happening and you're not seeing it. This birth of light is in what you're not seeing because it's behind the veil. Oh, that's interesting again, because this is a 3, this is a 9, right? It's like it multiplies by 3. Okay, have faith, Cancer. Holy cow, something is happening. You just don't see it yet. This is the birth of light. You haven't seen it yet. Do not throw the baby out with the bathwater. Whatever you're working on here, it is working. You just haven't seen it pop through the soil yet. What's going to be illuminated? Sister water in reverse, and this one wants to come out too. One of earth form in reverse. Wow. Okay, in reverse, these and this in the position of what's going to be illuminated, these feel like emerging energies. They don't feel negative. It does feel like it does feel like this sister water is a reiteration of the brother water we have over here, okay? There is something happening and you're not making it happen. You're not making it happen. There is something happening though. Ah, that's what's going to be illuminated. You're not the one that actually makes things happen. That is God, like the magician, like the things, the birth of light and the start of form doesn't start here on the earth plane. It starts in the astral or the higher planes, 5D, new earth, whatever you want to call it. Thought becomes form, right? So it's like that. You're not seeing anything happen right now, but you need to realize you're not the one that makes it happen. It happens because that's divine law, because that's how source works, because that's how the universe works. It's not, it doesn't come from, that's what you're learning. What's going to be illuminated is that things happen that you didn't make happen. That's awesome. The bigger picture, Cancer. One of Wind Dawn. You've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Oh my gosh. The bigger picture, the One of Wind Dawn is a new understanding. It's the beginning of enlightenment. This is a truth that cannot be held back. This is enlightenment. It's the beginning of enlightenment. It's what the hermit gets after going out into the world and... Nope. It's what happens to the hermit. The hermit doesn't make anything happen, and yet things happen. This is an enlightenment. You started out here, hermit in reverse, so maybe this is that you were seeking enlightenment, emerging enlightenment, and the bigger picture is the beginning of an awakening. You are at the beginning of an awakening, Cancer. An awakening that makes you understand that there's so much more that is not being seen. It's the birth of light. Wow. All right, the likely outcome then, Cancer. 2 of water in reverse, sacred cord. And 9 of earth, the zenith. Ooh. Look at that. The likely outcome, sacred cord. Now this is the 2 of cups in the normal deck. It speaks to relationships here on earth. Speaks to partnerships. Oof. You may need to go your own way to reach this zenith. This speaks a little bit also of this 6 of water, faith in reverse. kind of karmic connections. And the and the Strength card in reverse. This is in your greater environment. There's not a lot of support here. Cancer, you may really be a little bit of a loner on this journey. You may not be able to take others with you. But you're going for the zenith, and you do have a correct understanding of how to make this work, but I'm not sure you're going to be able to explain it to anybody. You may just have to show them. And if you do have a partner, like, they may not understand this. This may be a solo journey. The Hermit is a very solo card as well. The good news is you're reaching the zenith. Full independence, understanding of manifestation, having plenty. Oh, that's so interesting. And that's what I have for you, Cancer. I hope that that's helped. If it has, please hit the like button. And otherwise, namaste.